It's definitely been a hot topic lately. Microsoft CEO says being an Xbox player means playing games on all your devices. Jordan Miller of VGC. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella has reaffirmed his plans for Xbox going forward is to allow players to enjoy Xbox on all devices. In recent years, Microsoft has pivoted from competing directly on the console front to focusing on different strands such as Xbox cloud streaming. Recently, the company introduced a new marketing campaign titled This is an Xbox, in which it highlighted the Xbox's strategy moving forward is making Xbox games available on virtually all entertainment devices via the cloud. While this caused concern among some console owners who worried that this strategy would take focus away from the traditional offerings, Microsoft has since doubled down on its plans. As spotted by GameFile, Microsoft addressed the future plans of its gaming business during last week's annual shareholder meeting. Quote, shareholders are also interested in our gaming business, end quote, said Brett Iverson, Microsoft's Vice President of Investor Relations. Quote, our acquisition of Activision Blizzard King, Satya, how are you feeling about the early return on the investment and the progress of our overall gaming strategy over the last year, end quote. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella replied, quote, I'm feeling very, very good about where we are in gaming. In fact, right now, this is like the peak season in gaming. Obviously, with Black Ops and the new Call of Duty. Michael. Black Ops is the new Call of Duty. Just calling it out.
Yeah.
That's,
Not
Maybe we
good.
should have let Phil take this one.
Yeah.
It's just been fantastic to see the launch and the marketing around it, the buzz around, and the love of gaming. End quote. Call of Duty Black Ops 6, the first to launch directly into Game Pass, enjoyed a huge successful debut. Quote, if I think about it right, we choose the secular growth category in entertainment, which we think is gaming, and said, let's double down on it. End quote, Nadella said. End quote, he continues. And so we said, let's take that joy of gaming everywhere. And that's why even these ads with Xbox Now, where we are redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan, is about being able to enjoy Xbox on all your devices. And more importantly, I think in the long term, as a company, we can bring the best of the AI innovation, cloud innovation, console innovation, PC innovation to build the best games that that can be enjoyed by gamers everywhere. End quote. Xbox first announced in February plans to bring a wave of games to PlayStation and Nintendo. Well, we've been over this. Pentiment, Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush, whatever. Which then we also broke down the fact that Dark Ages, Doom the Dark Ages, day and date, Michael, Xbox, PC, and PlayStation 5 has been confirmed. Interesting strategy moving forward. The pivot, we talked about this just on yesterday's episode as well. The pivot was because they lost.
Yeah.
They lost the major race when it comes to trying to beat out PlayStation. Now they have to diversify, and how do they divert to other platforms to then grow, right? Because they need to grow. That's the biggest hook. They need to grow to be able to expand and keep their business going. Microsoft not hurting. I'm just saying. But at the same time, less and less about the Xbox, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's more and more about Game Pass. We've been talking about this for a while, and Xbox has just been slowly ramping this up, right? It's now all about where can you get Game Pass on? Where can you put Game Pass to be able to play your games? The cloud streaming thing is interesting. At least that kind of somewhat encourages people to still have an Xbox. But at the end of the day, I think it's really going to be all about getting Game Pass, getting your games out everywhere. And I realistically think if you're a serious console gamer, you just go PlayStation, right? You go PlayStation and you get a PC. And then you put Game Pass on your PC so you can get all the Xbox titles day one. And then you get all the PlayStation exclusives on your PlayStation. Or if you're just a console guy, you get your PlayStation, and guess what? 6 months later, you'll get your Xbox game. You won't have to worry about it, right? So it really does feel like there's no reason to get an Xbox anymore. They've officially declared the Xbox. I'm shocked I'm be curious if this is the next generation is the last generation of Xbox, if things keep going the way they're going, right? Because I expect the PS6 to blow out of the water whatever Xbox does. People are going to say, why do I need to have an Xbox if I can't play things like Astro Bot or Final Fantasy on it, but I can play stuff like Indiana Jones and Doom on my PlayStation?
Fair.
We are truly seeing the end of the Xbox console, and it is all in on Game Pass, which I don't necessarily think is the worst strategy, but it's just wild to see that the console wars have now basically ended. It's Nintendo if you want a handheld, it's PlayStation if you want a home console, and it's Game Pass for Xbox.
Yeah, I still feel that the easiest way to play Xbox games is on your Xbox at the end of the day, right? Like, I'm more of a console gamer through and through. I don't want to give up my Xbox. I like being able to go into Game Pass, sit down, grab a game, play, chill out, do whatever. No, man, I'm on my computer all day. The last thing I want to do personally is come back to my computer. I do it often, right? There's a lot of great games on here on Steam, and that's how I play a lot of those games too. But being able to play on my TV is like my main focus at night, where I'm able to chill and do that. It is an interesting strategy, straight up, right? But there's something they've had to pivot away from, losing out on the console race, to then how do they keep bringing more and more players in? We are starting to see it plateau, though, when it comes to the console race. It has, I wouldn't say console race, more the console consumer buying the console. Dude, I have an Xbox. I don't need another one, right? Yep. But when you take a look at Xbox's strategy, they're on Fire Stick, they're on here, they're on cloud, they're on gaming, Game Pass services over here, they're on Amazon. Like, they're just like boom, 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 everywhere. They are literally everywhere, including now PlayStation and Nintendo, which is just, I think that's the most heartful place to look at it and go, man, you're really putting your exclusives, the reason why you want to buy into the Xbox family, on other competitors' platforms. Weird strategy there. I don't necessarily think it's working the best. I think it's great for other gamers to play, but you want to be able to sell that Game Pass, then dude, make it the only place to play Call of Duty is with Game Pass, and it's not on PlayStation. But nope, you can play it wherever you want, because Xbox is on all devices. Interesting strategy. We'll see how it pays off moving forward.